It's back. It feels like it's been freaking months. I suppose it's actually, no, it's been a couple of months. Anyway, thought I would do a short, sharp, quick little review of the new Mitski record, Laurel Hell. Now, if you don't know who Mitski is, what kind of a feminist are you? But also, she is one of the more prominent voices in the indie scene currently. And she's released a handful of well-received, well-acclaimed records. Those ones being like Puberty 2 and also Be the Cowboy. And she has a voice that a lot of people can identify with. She kind of sounds a little bit like a mix between like a Lana Del Rey or a Joni Mitchell type. She's got quite a dulcet tone to her vocals. I hadn't heard the singles going into this thing. It was pretty much just a blind listen. I had no expectations of this thing. And right from the jump, I mean, this album was kind of impressing me a little bit. Look, I tend to be a little bit skeptical when an artist who's typically known for just making kind of guitar indie will transition into synth pop. Because not only does it always just seem like the most obvious choice as an artistic direction to go in, but it also doesn't always pan out the way that I think maybe an artist intends it to. That's an issue. But I like big butts. I do actually think that Mitski's attempt at synth pop and new wave and kind of Euro dance pop actually goes over really well. Even right from the intro, which is this kind of immense building, climaxing little piece of synth pop, kind of all about starting that journey with someone. That's kind of a really trying to learn about yourself, really trying to know yourself. I think there was a lyric on this track about, you know, the mountains kind of lifting off her shoulders, and I think it's like that kind of that breakthrough moment of, oh, this is what we're about. Working for the Knife has a little bit of a Tears for Fears vibe instrumentally. There's some really thunderous guitars and like anthemic solos, crescendoing strings and other synths. It's a really dense piece of music, and it kind of details the tribulations that come with adult life, working a 9 to 5, the rat race, eventually coming to this acceptance in the end of dying for the knife. The knife being, I suppose, the pressures of everyday life, your job, family, social life, trying to maintain that balance as well. Now, while that song is about a lack of empowerment, the next track on this record, Stay Soft, is all about empowerment. Sexually. This peppy, kind of dreamy synth pop tune a la Pet Shop Boys is all about hardening up. It's a sex song with like this really animalistic, like survival of the fittest kind of mentality about it, and I really enjoy that angle, that approach. It makes a primal and biological act just even more primal and biological. Staying soft doesn't serve you well. It's true. You ever tried to go in soft? The song Everyone is toned down. It's kind of like the instrumental in this track is rolling, it's throbbing. You know, there's a lot of deep bass tones on this thing. It's looming, it's lurching. Some kind of drony sci-fi synths come in, you know, on the chorus section to, I guess, just give it a bit of beef. What really freaks me out about this track are the lyrical themes, which seem to touch on what we can only assume is an abusive relationship. You know, a friend saying, don't go there, you don't want to go that way. But Mitski's like, no, I think I'll go that way. She didn't realize what it would take from her. Her dignity, her sense of self. It's a really harrowing track lyrically. I think the lyricism on this track is fantastic. It really does paint quite a foreboding picture. Even if it's not, you know, musically overall one of my favorite tracks. Heat Lightning is also not really a favorite tune of mine, although there are some interesting kind of disparate elements, but it's more like the fact that they just don't really complement each other. Like there's some sort of stabby synths, bing, 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 baroque swells, and this kind of retro nostalgia a la Lana Del Rey back in her like ultra violence era or a Born to Die era. Yeah, there's a kind of swaying beat and some cute murky roads, but musically it's just a bit flat. and tune-wise as well. The Only Heartbreaker, on the other hand, pulsating beats and bass. It's another total energy shift. We got these serene synthesizers, syrupy vocals, saccharine, just dripping with comfort and warmth. And I think that does reflect lyrically on this track, you know, the feelings of comfort about, you know, she's saying, I'm the only bad guy in this relationship, I'm going to be the only heartbreaker. That is a major theme on this record. There's a lot of just acceptance and a lot of coming to terms with your current state. Nothing may be working out, but Mitski's just gonna take it as it comes. And if this relationship isn't going to work on my terms, well then I'm going to make it work on my terms. What am I trying to say here? I like the track. Love Me More is the most lovesick moment on this record. If you couldn't tell from the title, there are these... it's this glistening dance and synth pop tune. Some ABBA-esque strings. Really romantic. It's really ornate. Crystalline synths as well that just ping in every freaking direction. It's just a track about just wanting, desiring that full, gratifying love from someone. Should have been me. So much bounce in this song. It reminds me rhythmically of like that Elton John song, I'm Still Standing. It's jaunty. Grooves for days. It's just a classic 80s soft rock or piano rock tune. Super dramatic and soaring lead vocals. Lyrics of basically just heartbreak and or jealousy as well. Envy. I'm sorry, but you being with that girl, no, it should have been me. This is just, I love it. This is how a song like this should sound. That's Our Lamp is it's a kind of tongue-in-cheek outro to this record, which I also enjoy a lot. Squelchy bass. More ABBA. There's just more ABBA worship influence all over this thing. The rhythm guitar, the strings. It's all so ABBA. It's also 70s and 80s Euro pop with this kind of grateful but bittersweet feeling about this end, this relationship that's obviously come to an end now. In terms of the way that she enunciates the words "where you loved me," kind of could also be construed or could also be heard as "where you left me." Don't listen to the song, you'll hear it. This is a really solid kind of lovesick, not a concept record, but it definitely does have like an arc to it. You know, at the start, new relationship, new person, let's go on this journey together, let's learn about each other, let's feel each other. And by the end, it's like, oh, that's the house that we were in, that's our lamp, that's the lamp we used to sit by, that's where you loved me. And I think that alone is pretty gratifying. There are a few tracks on this thing, you know, there's some kind of underwhelming instrumental detours, tracks that probably could have used a bit more fleshing out as well. They're just over before they really begin. It's quick and easy, but also for an album like this, I feel like maybe the lack of length works against it. Perhaps. Maybe left me wanting a bit more. That doesn't take away from the handful of quality songs on this thing. The pretty consistent vibe throughout. Do I love it? No. Do I think that Mitski succeeded in her goal of transitioning into this kind of sound? Yeah. And for that reason alone, I'm going to give it a 7.2. No, I'm sitting in a position that won't give me pins and needles, and I still get pins and needles! Why is this on my bedroom floor? Bad things happening in the world, I shouldn't joke. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, and also hit the like button so that I can get more engagement on these videos, and people will watch them more, and YouTube will go and recommend me more. Listen to this record, because it's pretty solid, like I've said, and also make sure that you check out all my other content that is on my channel. If you click on my channel icon, you'll get taken to you can press on the video option and you can scroll all the way down to the bottom. Forget about me. I think that is sufficient enough of an outro. Okay, good night everyone. I love you all. Bye.